Hi Aquarius, this is Kay. You're on the Collective Soul Tarot channel and welcome to your reading. Hope you're doing well and I hope you all had a good weekend. Let's find out what Archangel Michael knows you need to know today. What does Aquarius need to know today, Archangel Michael? Please like and subscribe if this resonates, and thank you for watching the video. We have got key. Wonderful. Key. So card number 12, that's 3. That's communication energy. So the key to communication, to information. Let's see what it says. This is it. 12. Key. That's not it. Okay. Got the symbols. It must be back here. Yeah. Okay, we're getting there. Key. In fairy tales, a key will unlock the door to a new life or to danger, but it will also unlock a mystery because above all, a key represents everything that we don't yet know in this sense. It also represents possibilities. To find a key is to find hope, the chance of a door that will help you to find your way out of a difficult predicament. All right, let's see here. What key are you holding right now, and what does the door that it will unlock lead to? Okay, the gold key then unlocks the inner door of your adult life and sets you free. Okay, so it's basically the key. Nothing much new for information there. All right, so there's a key to your freedom, or will be used to keep you locked up, limited you. And that usually means it's your fears, right? That is the key to keeping you imprisoned. We have the mermaid and death. Okay, death and major transformation. Revealed and concealed. Embrace change, your life depends on it. Okay, wow, that's pretty, what do they say? That's pretty intense. Anyways, let's see. The Finca, which is Wheel of Fortune. Lady luck appears to those who are prepared. It is time for a new direction. You decide how to create your life. Creation itself, Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter, Scorpio and Jupiter. Okay, so there's major change happening that's going to free you and allow you to create something, to be prepared to create a new direction for yourself, that you decide how to create your life. Okay, wait, hang on a minute. I got to do this. All right. Let's find out clarification for these two. This one? Oh, we got two. Okay. We have got the Chariot and the Seven of Pentacles. Chariot and Seven of Pentacles. All right, well, we'll put the Chariot here and the Seven of Pentacles here. And then the Lenormand. What Lenormand wants to speak to Aquarius' reading? Archangel Michael. The sarcophagus, number 8. That's abundance. So there's an ending. But the Nine of Diamonds, that's the Nine of Pentacles. There's an ending that's making you feel being independent, right? And that it's leading you to the 8th energy, which is abundance, prosperity energy, abundance energy. Anyways, the Nine of Pentacles, someone stands in their independence and are highly abundant and prosperous. Like the next one up is the Ten of Pentacles, which is the top of the echelon when it comes to the tarot in terms of financial abundance. Yeah, okay, so let's find out, Aquarius, how we can put all the pieces of this puzzle together with the tarot. Death and Wheel of Fortune. 9 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. And the Chariot. Once your life transforms, it's going to put you on your way. Movement, progress forward at a good speed. And the key is information. Information comes in and sets you free. 7 of Wands. There's some healthy boundaries. Defending your lot. Defending your choices, decisions. 3 of Cups. Socializing. 9 of Cups. That is indulging and feeling quite emotionally satiated. 7 of Cups. With so many choices, it makes one feel a little confused. So many opportunities. Isn't that one of these things said that it opens you up? I think it was the reading for that card, to possibilities. Empress energy. 2 of Wands. Standing at a crossroad, needing to make a decision which way to go. Ace of Pentacles. A brand new offer beginning from the divine of prosperity and abundance and or relocation. Justice, balance, fairness. Queen of Wands. That is taking action kind of energy. Knight of Swords. Fast incoming information. Truth, the Hermit. Dark night of the soul, seeking guidance. Retrospect. Standing in retrospection. Thinking about things. The Emperor energy. Okay. Got the Empress and the Emperor out here. Near future, we have the Chariot. Second time out. The Queen of Pentacles. The World energy. The Hangman. And then we have the 2 of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups with the 8 of Wands, but in reverse. Well, we're going to keep it out here just in case. All right. So what do we have here, guys? We have you. It's kind of like, this is like your bubble where you're feeling safe. Now, are you safe? Are you feeling safe, or are you feeling limited or restricted? Because we got the key as your significator card. And remember, the key is about either freeing yourself or keeping yourself somewhat imprisoned within your own limiting thoughts and belief systems. Okay, so you may be defending something that's not, a belief, an opinion, an attitude, just thoughts about your life, perspectives and stuff like that may not be worth defending it right now, with respect to the way or the how or the when that the divine wants you to take a new direction. So you have the 3 of Cups here with the 9 of Cups and the 7 of Cups. So what I see here, Aquarius, is that you enjoy a great deal of time with your friends and family members, maybe celebrating. You have people who enjoy your company and they enjoy your perspective. You're aligned with them. So whatever your beliefs are, whatever perspective you have, an attitude about anything is something that your friends kind of go along with. For the most part, everybody's got their own, I don't quite know about that, that kind of saying when you say something like, no one should have sex until they're 24. One of your friends says, well, I would normally go along with you, but on that I'd have to say I don't truly believe that. And it could be because they've already had sex and they're only 22. okay? But you spend time indulging in your belief systems, indulging in your life of enjoying, having fun, drinking, partying, just having fun, going out. Maybe it's not even that. It's like you like to go out to operas. Maybe you like to go out to concerts, you know. It's just something that you really like to do with your friends. And it opens up so many doors of opportunities to you, that when you are standing there, single and independent kind of thing, in your independent life, single life, you are you like the world becomes your oyster, in the sense that there's just so many things you can do. Really, the only restrictions you have on your movement is your own mind, and because there's no one else that you have to answer to. Of course, you don't have to answer to your parents, you don't have to answer to your siblings, you don't have to answer to your friends, you don't have to answer to anybody, just yourself. You don't have you may not have a partner in your life, but if you do, you live your life fairly independently anyways. Maybe you don't live together, you're just a couple, but you know, only a couple when you're together, not a couple like 24/7 kind of thing. But there's just so many opportunities and options for you to do whatever you want to do whenever you want to do it, you know, besides when you got to go to work or go to school. But in any case, you're being asked to evolve, okay? You're being asked not to evolve in the sense that says that your independent life is wrong for you. It's not. Your independent life is good for you. It's taught you many, many things. It's taken you from where you were as a teenager, a teenager and young adult, into more, you know, making that transition into more of being a independent adult, where you've got your own life. You don't rely on anyone else, kind of thing. You're very independent. So you might have gone to college or university, and during that time you might have still been a bit codependent on your parents, for paying the tuition or helping you out with loans, stuff like that. But since then, you have been working, or you're just finishing up with school, and you're going to be very independent because you're now going to be in the work field and earning a living instead of going to school. And so you are evolving into the energy of someone who is quite fertile to be able to not have so many options that it becomes confusing to you. It's going to be kind of like you've got many possibilities, okay? But as an Empress evolving, you become discerning. You start looking at the possibilities of what's before you, like what doors are opening for you and windows. How is that going to get me from, like as a goal, how does that get me from this point A to where I want to be in 5 years, point B? You start looking at life as a linear, track. But, you don't want to meander off it too far, because then you got to come back. So you're trying to look at your life, Aquarius, in a responsible way that says, I've got things I want to pursue and things I want to achieve in my life. And it could be the kind of career that you want to grow in. You want to get established in a company, and you want to work your way up through learning what you learn and the hard work that you put in, that they see it and they promote you. You go higher and higher up the ranks, right? And so you are enriched now with fertile ability to give birth to new possibilities for you. These were like not teenager, but young adult, not fully realizing, like not fully on board with let's look at our free time a little bit differently. that it's not all about just going out and partying with your friends, although that's great. It's great. But if it's somehow with spending your free time from work or school was kind of always going, or you spending your earnings on drinking and going dancing and going to concerts and whatever it is, maybe going on road trips with your friends, going to a cabin for the weekend, that kind of stuff. It's like that was good. It's good and was great for experiencing life as a person who had the ability to do so. But it's not really the time and the energy you put into all of that. It doesn't allow for any time and energy left over for you to actually start looking at what you want to achieve in the short term and then the long term. So there hasn't been given you much time for short term consideration, let alone long term consideration. So you are now being asked to kind of like, let's say, not grow up, but you're being asked to take the reins of your life with more in a more dedicated and committed and convicted manner that says, I'm driving this chariot, I'm driving my horses for a purpose. There's meaning here. The way I'm driving my horses now, the direction I'm taking them, the chariot, right? The way I'm taking them is there's a purpose to it. There is something in my life that I need to be pursuing, I need to be doing, I need to be a part of. And you've been feeling the urges like this, that the key, the information coming through that is either going to keep you saying, oh heck no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to live my young adult life for as long as I possibly can. In other words, I don't really want to become responsible. I don't really want to have to grow up and have the 2.5 kids with the partner and the picket fence and the dog, all that, the cars and the insurance and this, that, and the other thing, right? Mortgages, suburbs, home, whatever it is. You've just been kind of trying to not become part of that paradigm of life. You have not maybe necessarily consciously been pushing it away or holding yourself back from it, but it's like you have been there just hasn't been any sense of direction in you at this point in time. Not enough so for you to say, yeah, I know what I want to do, and I'm going to have to start putting some time and energy into it. Because if I want to be able to experience what I want to do, when I want to pursue it, I've got to take time away from my friends, just being out with them all the time, but actually doing some research, spending some time on the computer, looking at different things and what a person does to be able to achieve, like the steps that you need to take in order to be able to achieve a certain goal that you're looking at. It could be a financial goal, it could be a career goal, might even include a health goal, but it's probably going to rely on a lot of relationships that you don't have yet. And the relationships that you have right now aren't ones that are actually going to help you open those doors. They're not. They're friends. They might be family, but they're friends and coworkers, and they really don't have the knowledge or the wherewithal, like who contacts people to be in contact with, that they can point you to, because they're still very much in this like, I guess you could say post-secondary vibe, where not necessarily in school, but still not really pulling themselves out of that vibe or that dynamic of being an adult student and plunking themselves into their work and their goals. Okay, they're working the goals. But you are being asked to. You might be feeling the urge to do so. And I say that because of the key. The information that's coming to you. You are receiving downloads. You're receiving hits of intuition. You've been receiving something that is telling you it's time to put an end to the younger version of you. It's time to put an end to the younger version of you, the one that still would like to party hardy, stay independent, stay single, or just date and if date, but just maybe just do the one-time thing, you know, with people of the opposite sex or whatever. It's just live and be happy. Live and be happy. Don't worry, be happy, right? That kind of attitude or perspective. And so you're being asked to look at life from a different perspective now. And we got the Hangman right here that's asking you to do that, because you've got to be able to figure out a way to be able to juggle and manage your life in a way that says you can still, it's not like saying goodbye to your friends, I don't ever want to see you anymore. It's just that you've got to start opening yourself up to new friends, ones that are on the path and the trajectory of life that you are feeling guided to follow yourself. Okay? So that they can bring other people in to your sphere and introduce you, so that more doors and windows of opportunity open up for you than this had ever done for you. Okay, this period of life here. All right, so you got this, you got new life that you're ready to birth. Okay, new opportunities for you. Standing at the precipice, it'll be about which direction you want to go, and right now the direction is to put this behind you, but stay in contact, of course, stay in contact with your longest and dearest friends, right? Stay in contact with them. Don't shut them out of your life. You don't want to do that. You're just going to add more people into your life. And it could be that you got to relocate. You got to go somewhere so that you can start a new beginning fresh with the blessing from the divine that says we're going to put you on a path of abundance and prosperity if you but follow our guidance. And so you're saying, yeah, you're saying this is, I guess this is like, it's balance, but it's also justice in the sense that you'd already had your good time. You've had your good time. You didn't restrict yourself or limit yourself by saying, oh, I can't have that much good time. I can't have that much time. I can't go out with you guys all the time. That would be too much fun. You know, you didn't do that. You didn't keep yourself from holding back on living the life that was there for you at the time. That was obviously you were in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing at the time, and that was just okay. But now it's time for, so that was this life here, and so this life is about adding to your life. Adding to this, still continue to have a good time with your friends, but now you've got to kind of dial it down a bit so that you're not spending all your time with the same friends and all your time having happy party lives kind of thing. It's time to bring a balance in so that you can justifiably move forward in your life, you know, in that energy of this is what's good for me now. This is what's right for me now. This is what's just for me now, right? Because you're the Queen of Wands energy, and you're like saying, bring it on, baby, you know, bring it on, baby. And this is your, you know, here's your destiny. You are going to take the wand of inspiration of, I got goals, I've got things I want to achieve in my life. Financial goals, you know, whatever they were, right? Even maybe relationships. So you were saying, I am the life of the party. Yes, you know, this is Queen of Wands energy. I'm highly committed to being a lot of fun and really being quite attractive to a lot of people. And I have a lot of friends, and I like to be bold and move forward in my life. Aquarius, you want to be bold and take action and move forward in your life. And running forward quickly, this energy comes in saying it's time for you to now really release the hounds when it comes to allowing whatever information and energy that has to come into your sphere, your where, you are your mind, your wherever you're focused, you got to be able to be opened to receiving information that's coming in quick, but it's going to be so quick that there's going to be so like this, but more. Like I said, we got the Seven of Pentacles here somewheres, right? Yeah, Seven of Pentacles here. This is with the Wheel of Fortune. So you've got to take all that's coming in for you and have a good study of it. Look at it, right? He's looking at it with the flashlight, I think. Yeah, and he's seeing everything that's all these cogs of the wheels, whatever. He's got Seven Pentacles in there that's making something function, like the clock, like a old Ben clock or something like that, grandfather clock. So you've got to take all that information and put it into an organized fashion that makes sense to you, and it's going to be overwhelming for you. Because this is information, this is truth that you're receiving not only from the divine, but from every other angle that information can come at you. So the internet, your friends, co-workers, other people that you're being introduced to are telling you about this, that, and the other thing, and you're going, oh, that's interesting. I'd sure like to check in or look into that more, or I'd like to know more about that kind of thing. So you are you're receiving a whole bunch of information. Now it's time to decide, to discern which way is the way for you. The way for you here was for you to say, I'm going to either stay with this, stay in this prime time of my life. Even if I'm 60 years old, I'm going to stay in this prime time of my life, the best years of your life, right? Or am I going to take what I've got from that? I can say I've been there and I've done it, and so I haven't definitely have not starved myself from being able to have had the post-secondary vibe life, right? Or the post-secondary life vibe with friends and having fun and stuff like that. But I need to take my educational or my career pursuits more seriously, because I have goals that I want to reach, and it's going to take this many dollars or this much time at work to be able to be considered for promotion. And I want to buy myself a house and have a nice car and stuff like that. So that was the decision, either stay this way or to go in a more expanding direction of your life, to expand yourself now, to expand your sphere. See this sphere right here? It's small, and you can't expand it, because if you try to expand it, it would press up against everybody's wands here, because they're not ready for you to expand when you're in this vibe, and it would poke a hole in your bubble and it would burst. Okay, so you weren't it was just not the right time for you. The timing was not right for you to be expanding at that time. But now you're being asked to, Aquarius, and you're feeling the urge. You have to be feeling the urge. So you're going to be taking it to introspective time, introspection, and having a gander at what it is that really is most important to you right now, so that you can make the decision to follow your lead. Follow your own lead. You're the Empress here. You got the Emperor over here. You're now stepping into, you've birthed new worlds, new ideas, but you're going to be taking charge now. She's the one that comes up with the ideas and the dreams and whatever. She's the one that puts all this up in the air, like, well, these are all the ideas, the opportunities we have. And the Emperor comes along and takes that and puts it into action. Okay, so that's you. That's you taking lead now and going for it. I think you're going to be going for the gold ring. You're going to definitely be doing whatever it is you need to do to win at the chess game here. He's holding the I don't know what that is. It's a knight, I think, not a knight. Okay, Could be a king. I don't know. Don't know chess, but anyways, he is a very you know, he has a lot of practice with playing chess. He leads by example and so forth and so on. But anyways, you're very in charge and enigmatic individual who has great ideas, that has doors opening up for you, that the Emperor energy is going to go up to it and knock on it and walk in. He's not knocking on it to wait for someone to answer the door, but he's going to walk in, because first of all, the door's open, right? So he's just going to kind of tap on it and then just walk in and say, hey, this door was open for me. I need to find out what this room holds for me, right? And that is going to be seeing you now very, very deliberately holding on to the reins, purposeful, delightfully purposeful and meaningful. And this is you stepping into the energy of the Queen of Pentacles, the one who people go to for advice, the one who people go to because you're their manager or supervisor or their CEO. You're the one who's very, very prosperous minded. So in business, for any business or a corporation, you're the one who's always got the corporation or the mission and the vision of the business, the corporation, on your mind all the time, and they see that as you being very committed to the cause, you know, of helping the company grow and to profit more. And you are going to be like a senior employee. This is where you want to go. This is the kind of thing, if it's not in your work, it's financially, just financially. You want to, or if it's not financial or work, you want to just be seen as somebody that people can come to and you know, ask for advice, ask questions, because you're respected and you're seen as being very grounded. You're a hard worker and you are one who's quite capable. Look, she's got her eyes closed and her antennas up, and so she is intuiting what it is that people will need to know. So whenever someone comes to her and asks her a question, you know, if your name's, let's say Sarah, I know that you are, it's been said that you are somebody to come to if I have a problem with something. You might be the head of HR or something like that at the company, but you might even be having your own business, opening up your own business, and small business or partnership with someone else. But whatever it is that you do, it's natural to you. That's why you're sitting in nature. It's natural to you, and you are always committed to your cause, to whatever it is that you've got for a desire. You are committed to. Remember, you're the Queen of Wands as well, who's got truckloads of desire to pursue any action that will lead to more action and more desires, more dreams, you know, more passions, that kind of thing. So the world, there's a brand new chapter that's opening up for you. New world that you've got to put away the old you here, the old you, right? You're putting that away with the sarcophagus. That's the independent life. Yes, you may still be independent. You may or may not be independent, but you are independently being responsible, and not that you weren't before, but just having this very intense focus on what do I need to do now as someone who wants to achieve certain, you know, milestones in life or goals or whatever it is, status, even status and health. You're on a mission, you know, not the kind of mission where you're going to hug trees. You might do that, but it's going to be a mission that's going to be very valuable to you. If it's not to anyone else, it's definitely to you. And so this is just you putting that chapter away, because it's time for you to put on big girl shoes or big boy shoes, right? These guys here. gaining more perspective by allowing yourself to like literally hang back, right? But to hang back at times, remember introspection, hang back at times and have a look, because you want to reassess. You kind of want to you know, you make a decision, you move towards it, and then at the first chance you get, you analyze it to see if it's actually the direction you plan to go in the beginning, or do you need to kind of change up the original plan, the original plan a bit, and pursue it now slightly different than you were. But it's always like you've got a goal, and then you've got the action steps to take, and as you're taking the action steps, you stop and see if those action steps are actually successfully leading you to your outcome over here, right? So that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be spending time continually revisiting your next step, or the steps that you've been taking, to see if that action step, that particular step was actually successful, if it's working for you. If it's not, you've got to, you know, kind of go back to the drawing board, or just to rethink that one, or maybe the whole lot of them, because they might be very intricately connected, right? One action step to the next. So I can't remember what it's called, but that's a whole plan of strategy that people take, especially successful people take, because they're constantly analyzing and reanalyzing, just looking at it continually, making sure that there's maybe something could need just slightly a different tweak on the action steps, okay, moving forward. Because there's going to be a lot in your life that you're going to have to manage, and you might even be in a management position, so you know there's going to be a lot to manage. But this is going to be something that you're just going to feel like, if it doesn't bring you to a romantic relationship, you just know that you are partnering up in your life. You're partnering with yourself, right? Partnering with yourself by partnering with others who can help you. Like I said before, you're going to be meeting, the windows and doors are opening, and that means that the friends that you have, you're going to keep if you want, like if that works out, whatever, but you're going to be needing to meet more people, because this world spins when we work with others, and you're going to be needing to bring on more people to get more conversation, more conversation that opens up more information to you, that then puts you on a slightly different trajectory than what you were before. Like you're having the chance to say, okay, well, what I was doing looked pretty good to me, but you know what, now that you've talked to me about this, or you said this, I kind of start thinking maybe I could consider doing this as well, or consider do this instead. So it is all about partnering with people, taking each other's hand, and you've got things to share with them, to teach them, to show them, to inform them as they do for you. So it's like it's a equal give and take kind of thing. It's justified. All right, so you are definitely with this Eight of Wands in reverse. It seems to me that this would be information flying in. It could just mean that you're going to be able to, it's going to get to the point where information is going to start slowing down. Remember how we're going like this, just coming in, and it's like pinging off you left, right, and center. It's like really overwhelming to you, that you really needed to put your head in some empty space for a while, to be able to consider everything that you're learning, everything you're finding out about, everything that people are talking about, all the people you're meeting, all the different choices and opportunities and possibilities now suddenly, because it's all opened up to you like you're on the Wheel of Fortune. You've got 7 Pentacles. You're going for the 10 Pentacles. You're going to be working. The next thing is the 8 of Pentacles. You're going to be working hard because you've got a destiny to follow, a purpose, a meaning to follow. and it's going to be a very fortunate one, that you follow it and you bring some real intense focus into it and start following, you know, all the dots, you know, lining the dots up as to the information you're receiving and the hits of intuition that you're getting from being so connected to this through your time in here, the Empress energy. And you know, your hangman, you're going to be reevaluating everything all the time. And so you're going to, it's going to allow you, it's going to, like time, it's going to start to slow down a bit for you so that you can really put a lot of time, a lot of your time and energy into something that you can really, like, because it's one thing to have a lot of options and opportunities, whatever, but you can't, like, that's what this 7-1 talks about. You can't have them all. You have to make a decision. You have to bring your focus to one thing. Do that for a while and then reevaluate, right? You got this goal, this plan, then you've got the strategy, the steps, right? The action steps, and then you stop and you say, okay, I've tried this, and then I also tried that, and then I tried this. Well, you know what? I really feel like I'm reevaluating all that I have tried now. And I'm going to stop here and say, you know what? I really liked them all, but the one I liked the most was this one. And that doesn't mean you're never going to go these ways. You're just going to, like, delay them, or, you know, put them, defer them to another time. And maybe by that time you might be saying, no, I don't want to do this anymore. That was then, this is now. I'm still on this trajectory. I might even change this one a little bit. You know, that kind of stuff. You're going to be stopping and reevaluating along the way. And that's where the information starts to slow down, because you've got to start congealing everything that you're becoming aware of, that's being introduced in your life, and start bringing that intense focus to something that is going to see you. Remember, always stay open to your intuition and keep reevaluating every chance you get. That is the plan. That is a successful strategy for professional, successful people. Okay? I hope this was helpful, Aquarius. Take care of yourself. Bye for now.